Hey guys, welcome to Selenium with Java November 2022 batch online training session 7. In today's session, I will cover few of the important topics from Selenium WebDriver: how to handle frame, how to drag and drop element, how to capture the screenshot, right? How we can handle Windows alert, what is headless browser testing means without right so I mean getting the navigation, I mean without having the UI also, how we can do the testing, right, which is called headless browser testing. Then how we can handle the cookies, what is the importance of ByAll Locator in Selenium WebDriver, and how to select an option from an auto suggest drop down. So in some of the web page you already see any kind of frame, right? So frame is nothing but embedded something within a web page, right? So frame is a web page which is embedded in another web page or an HTML document embedded inside another HTML document. The frame is often used to insert content from another sources such as advertisement into a web page. So the frame tag specifies a frame. So in case there is a frame is available, you cannot do any kind of operation until you are handling the frame. Okay. So user cannot detect the frame by just seeing the page. So first you need to open the application, and sometimes frame is not spreaded across the page. So for a particular portion, right, sometime a frame is available. So I think in the last session, right, couple of questions came like that. So why that element locator identifier might fail though you are providing the correct element locator technique and along with the corresponding value. So sometime that there is a frame available and we did not handle the frame. So in case you are not handling the frame, right, though you are able to identify the element correctly with the element locator maybe by id, xpath or css and giving the correct value, but still you will not able to identify the element because the frame the element is within the frame. Until you are just navigating to the frame, then you cannot do the operation. So first you need to navigate to the frame and then you can do the operation on that particular element. So how can you identify any kind of frame is available or not? So you need to press F12 button, right, first thing. After that you need to search with iframe, that is the keyword for the frame. The tag will start with iframe for any kind of frame is available, right? So suppose say I'll be going to a particular website that is the website jQuery droppable, right? Here there's a frame available. So if you press F12 button here for inspecting the element, right, so if you just try to select here, right, you could see I mean that is not the frame is there. Okay, so it is starting with img, but if you click here that section, right, that section you could see something starting with iframe, right? So that is the tag, means frame is available. Apart from that, if you just press Ctrl F and if you try here iframe, what can be there? That's not be a big deal, okay? But iframe tag, in case something is starting, then means that is the frame is available. So first you need to handle the frame. After that you can do the operation within the element, right? So you could see only one iframe is available, right? And this tag is starting with iframe. That means that this is called frame. And first you need to handle the frame. After that you can just do the any operation. So here you will see how we can handle the frame as well as how we can perform the drag and drop operation, right? So this is the element, we can drag it and we can drop it here, right? So we'll see how we can do the operation. So first let's see how we can get the size of the frame for a particular website. How I can get that how many frame is available through the Selenium script, right? So for that one, suppose say this is the particular class created, right, session 7, and we are setting the properties for the Chrome driver. We are creating an object or instance for the WebDriver interface and the Chrome driver class. We are maximizing it and we are just navigating to the particular URL, right? Here how we can get the frame here, right? So first thing that we need to driver dot find element, right, because it will give you element with the integer form here in find element by dot tag name, because that is called tag name, the iframe, right, by the tag name. And here you need to give iframe. So how many tag is available also you can get to know. Then you need to give dot size. So it will, sorry, iframe, then driver dot find elements. It will be not the element, it will be elements, how many elements are available. Then by dot size, right? You could see. So what is the return type? Return type is the integer, right? So I need to store in some integer. So integer frame count, right? That is the variable, and then I can print it out, so I can easily get to know how many frames is available, right? So first we will do that way. For any website, if you want to know any frame is there or not, then just you can right, do that operation for the frame count. So it will open the page and it will inspect that how many frame is available. Sometimes there can be multiple frame, right? So it is, in case it's a 1, right, it is a 1. You could see that displaying 1. So means only one frame is available. So how can handle the frame? So there is the three way available for handling the frame. One is in case you know that indexing, right? In case 3 frame is there, so indexing will start with 0, 1 and 2. That is the way indexing will start. And apart from that, in case the frame ID or the frame name is available, sometimes we can handle it. Sometimes we'll be able to see, but here there is no ID available, email available, sorry, ID or name, right? Apart from that, there is a reference, right? Element reference you can give it. So that is the 3 way, right? You can handle the frame. So to switch between user frame, user have to use driver dot switch to, right, dot frame, and here you can give the frame integer frame index, or you can give frame name or ID, or you can give web element reference. So I will show these two approach, because in case any frame name is there, so you can just simply within the double quote, because it will be string format only, you can just keep it. In case index, it will be integer format. It is a web element reference, it will be web element reference format, right? Just like a find dot element, like that is the reference. So I will show you how you can handle the frame here with this first and last approach for that specific criteria. So let's inspect the element first. So this is the element, right? Drag. Okay, so this is the ID draggable. So I will try to identify the element which is called, suppose a source. That source I want to place it in the target. Let's comment it out, these two code. So we already get to know how many frame is available. So web element source equal to driver dot find element by dot id. What is the id? Draggable, right? Dot id. So I need to import the web element class from the Selenium WebDriver. So source is done. Then I can also create another for target where I need to place the element, right? So I need to change the variable name target. So let's inspect the target element as well. So this is the target element. So you could see the ID is droppable, right? So this is the unique ID. So that is the way I can just identify two element, right? Then if I want to drag and drop, right, then in the Selenium there is a class available called actions class, right? With the help of the actions class, I can perform the operation called drag and drop. So I need to create an object or instance for the actions class. Action equal to new action, sorry, equal to new action, and here you need to typecast that, need to provide the driver information. I need to import the actions class here. So what are the operation you need to do? Then if you just use that variable actions, right, ACT dot drag and drop available, right? You can drag and drop. That is the methods available in the actions class. So you can just check that method. You could show web element source and the target, right? Here I can give source and this is the target element. So that is the operation I can do. Then I need to build and I perform it, right? So I need to call build and then again perform. So that will be the complete operation, right? Now if you want to perform the operation, whether your operation is successful, no, right? Because it will show error that web element is not able to identify because you did not handle the frame. So let's try to run the code and let's see whether it is working or any kind of error is showing. So that is the way. Sometime in case you did not handle the frame, this kind of error will come, that unable to find the web element or no such web element found, like that. It is not doing the operation, right? So what is the error? You could see here the error will come, right? No such element exception, unable to locate the element with that one, whatever ID you have given method, right? Draggable. So that is the right number here. Error will come. If you go there, you could see it will be displaying the error at that line number, right? This is the error coming, line number 18, that is not able to do it. So you have given the correct element identifier, you have given the correct value, but still, why? Because the frame is there and you did not handle it. So first thing is that I need to handle the frame, then I can do the operation, right? So let's how to handle the frame. So here you already seen that driver dot switch to either frame index or frame name or the web element reference, right? So here I will be doing driver dot switch to method dot frame. Here you could see, right? This is the argument integer, string in 0 means name or ID, and this is the web element reference. This is the three methods available. So here index will be 0 because only one frame is there. Now let's try to run it and let's see whether the drag and drop is happening or not. You could see drag and drop happened, right? So it is drag and drop here automatically. So with the help of the actions class, first we are handling the frame, then with the help of the actions class we are calling the drag and drop methods available in the actions class, then build and perform the operation. So drag and drop is also happening. Another approach, in case the frame name or ID is available, then you can do it divert.switch to, then you can frame, and then here you can within the double quote string format you can give the frame name or ID. Another approach, web element reference you can give it, right? Here third one, because that name or ID is not available here, only web element reference is available, right? So here we will see so you could, if you just go to the frame, right? So let's go to the frame here. So this is the frame, right? So you could see this is the frame here. So here you given something called no name is there, ID is there, only index, and there is a class reference, right? Demo frame. So with that help of the class, that is web element reference, right? I could handle the frame as well. So let's copy the here, and here let's give it driver dot switch to dot frame. So that one I will be calling it web element reference, right? So here again web elements mean driver dot find element, driver dot find element, right? Here by dot class, right? Here I will be giving the class name demo, whatever there, demo hyphen frame, right? So with the help of the web element reference also I am able to perform the operation. Now if you run it, so you can able to see, so frame will be working. So frame will be handled and drag and drop will be also performing. Okay, in drag and drop is also happening. So that is the way you can handle the frame first. After that you can go to the element, then you can identify the element, and then you can perform the operation. So that is the way. Frame is very important. In case you are not handling the frame, your script will never pass. The next important topics is capturing screenshot. So I will be showing you in the context of the frame how to capture the screenshot, how to capture the screenshot in the multiple steps, right? How to create the reusable component, right, for that one, because that is very important, guys. Because as a tester, right, so as a test proof, right, it does not matter whether test case is passed or fail, always you need to capture the screenshot. So it will be evidence or from your side, right? Because otherwise, in case you are not taking the screenshot, or your stakeholder will not agree that what kind of testing you have performed. Or sometime in case you are logging as a defect, so developer will not agree whether it's a valid or not in case you are not putting any screenshot. In case they fix it, right, again your until any screenshot is associated, right, they will, your defect will be treated as a rejected. So capturing the screenshot for the test execution is one of the important script in any test automation, which helps user to identify defect and problem by referring the screenshot. So Selenium WebDriver provides text screenshot interface to capture a screenshot of the web page when an exception or error occurred during the execution of the code. So in case tester is doing any kind of testing, web-based testing, client server based, Windows based, does not matter, they always need to capture the screenshot for important verification point. And in case any defect is logged, right, they need to provide the proper step-by-step screenshot, so that developer also able to replicate, right, based on the step you are giving it. Sometimes the developer does not have the strong knowledge, but from the testing side, right, the testing team should have domain knowledge, product knowledge, all this stuff should be there, so they are no better. So from the testing team, developer can take the help from the screenshot and they can try to reproduce the defect. So without screenshot, they can reject the defect, your stakeholder will not agree whatever testing you are doing it. So screenshot is always required as a testing evidence. Okay, so some of the possible scenario where user might need to capture the screenshot, I have tried to give it, right. Sometimes application issue, sometimes assertion of the verification failure, sometimes unable to find the kind of web element, sometimes timeout, right. So it is not working within the time, sometimes any exceptions or error come. So most of the cases positive, negative, but any assertion. So if you want to portray something, any flow, and in case it is positive, negative, so always you need to create the screenshot, capture the screenshot, and you need to associate with the test evidence, whether it's a defect level, whether it's a test cases level, test scenario level, or ad hoc testing level as well. So how can you capture a screenshot? So capturing screenshot in Selenium is a 3-step process. So first you need to create an object or instance for the text screenshot interface. So this is the interface, so you cannot directly create the object or instance, so you need to typecast the driver here. After that, right, you need to call the get screenshot as method, right, to create an image file which is provided by the text screenshot interface to capture the screenshot of the web page displayed in the driver object. So you need to store it some source file, right, where argument output type dot file specified in the get screenshot method will return the capture type in the form of the file. So screenshot dot get screenshot as output type dot file. Okay, then you need to save it, right. So you need to call the file handler class where there is a method available called copy, and you can just place in the destination of the target folder. So that is the 3-step process, you need to always follow it, right. So first thing, so let's, after capturing the screenshot here, sorry, after drag and drop, I want to capture the screenshot. So there is a interface available, take screenshot, right. So I'll be creating a screenshot, like screen variable here equal to, so this is the interface. So here, that is the way you need to typecast. Okay, and driver, sorry, you need to typecast it. Then with the help of the variable, right, you need to call the get screenshot method. Okay, you could get screenshot as, right. So that is the method, and type will be output type dot file. Dot file, and this thing I need to store in some file, right. So I can create a variable called file source file, src file. So I need to import the file class from the Java. In the last session you already see this is the file class, and then in the last step I need to give some path for the destination file where I need to place it. So file destination file equal to new file, destination file equal to new file. So that is the way we will be creating here. So here you can provide the path, right, provide the path, say this is the path where I need to capture the screenshot, right. So let's give it something called, that is the path you need to double quote and then slash say test dot png. So I need to keep within the double quote, right? So here you know Selenium with double slash is required, single slash will not work. So that is the test.png I am creating, right? And then in the last step I'll be calling the file handler class. So file handler dot copy method, right? You could see copy from file to file, right? So from is source and to is destination file. So that is the step I need to perform. So I need to surround with try catch block, or I need to give some throws declaration. Now let's try to here. Right now nothing is there, right? So I'll be running it. Okay, drag and drop happen. R is availing capturing the screenshot test.png. Yes, you could see test.png is right, type is png, whatever you have given that form screenshot is captured, right? You could see drag and drop after this the screenshot captured. Then the questions will come in case I need to create multiple screenshot. So in case you are giving the fixed name, so what will happen? It will create the problem, right? Because always every time it will update the same screenshot, so only you will get the only one screenshot, so you will not able to keep the multiple screenshot. And in case also for every step you need to create the screenshot, so definitely there is no point of calling so many method lines every time, right? So instead of that I'll be creating a reusable component of the method at the class level, and then I will call it. Okay, so let's see how I can do it. Let's comment it out, copy it and comment it out. So I'll be creating a reusable component at the class level, and then that particular component method I'll be calling it. So I will be creating a static method, so that importance of the static method in the last session you already see. There is no need to create the object or instance with the class, directly you can call the method, right? So I'll be creating a public static void, right? And maybe screenshot name I can give capture screenshot. That is the, and here you need to give something variable, right? WebDriver reference, because it is typecasting the driver. So WebDriver driver and another argument called string file path. So that is the true thing you will be giving during the runtime, right? Whenever you will be using it. So this is the same code I will be using it. So that line I no need to use it, because during whenever I'll be capturing screenshot, that time I'll be giving the path. So take screenshot, right? Then get screenshot as, then file destination, sorry, here the destination, instead of that file I'll be file path, I'll be giving the variable name, that file path. Okay, and file handler dot copy destination file. I need to surround with try catch block or maybe other thing, right? Those exceptions. Okay, so now my reusable component is defined. Now I need to call that method, right? This is the method I need to call it as and when I need to capture the screenshot. So say after opening the page I can take the screenshot. So what I need to do, I need to call the class, then dot method, right? This is the method I need to call. Here I need to provide the path of the file, so driver, and here the path. So instead of hard coding it, right, what I will do, I will take that path as a fixed, right, and then I will be adding timestamps. Okay, so let's copy it for now, then change it. So here what I will do, I will do till that training path I will be taking it, right? So I will be taking it, then concatenation plus operator, then there is a option called system dot you could see if you press dot, there is an option for taking the current millisecond. So definitely millisecond will be unique, current time millis. So that will be unique. That formatter I'll be adding it, and then whatever thing you need to do it, right? Either PNG format or JPG format, whatever format you need to do, you can do it. Then again, sorry, that is the path here. It capture screenshot will be there. It will be appended by the time millisecond, and this is the path dot png. So yes, I need to enclose the drive packet. Okay, another thing, I need to enclose with semicolon. Okay, system dot current millisecond time millis. Okay, so that is the way you can capture the screenshot. So this folder will be here, but it will be screenshot name will be the current millisecond format dot png extension, whatever you can keep it. So that is the way. So similar way, after drag and drop I want to capture the screenshot once more, so just simply calling it and same format, because anyway millisecond will be unique, because it might take 1 second 2 second time, so millisecond will be always unique. So then no screenshot will be replaced any point of time. If you want to generate the screenshot, so automatically it will be stored in this millisecond. You can give other name with the extension, whatever thing customize you can do it, but that is the better way we have seen in the real time. That is the current millisecond format. We can append it so that it will take the screenshot. Now let's try to run it, and let's see how the thing is working, and how the screenshot is getting added for every step whatever you want to add. Okay, so drag and drop happen. Now if you go to that folder, you could see two things is getting added right from the disk, right? If you open it here, right, you could see the initial time, no drag and drop happen. After that drag and drop happen, right? So that is the way you can capture the screenshot. Now let's again run it. So automatically two more screenshot will be added, right? But it will be again, right, not replacing. It will not be replaced, and you can get to know based on the timestamp. So you could see here again two more thing will be getting added here. What is that? Right, this is the two more thing added. If you go here, sort by or view by details, right, you could see 731. This is the latest one. If you open it, so this is before the drag and drop, and this is after the drag and drop. So that is the way you can capture the screenshot whatever step is required. Just you'll be creating a reusable component in case you need to change something, right? Suppose say tomorrow the method got changed. Why? We need to create the reusable component so that you can update only here. This is the couple of steps you need to update it. And why are creating the static? Because no need to create the object or instance, so automatically I can call it in the main method, right? You can see with the help of class I am not creating any object instance. As it is static, in case non-static I need to create an object instance of the class. In the real time I will not do it. I will create always a static method, so that automatically, and definitely we are passing the argument, right? Driver reference and the file path. So that is the thing you need to remember it. That is the two thing you need to do it always. So this is the path, and this is the thing, I mean driver reference, so that automatically match. And then you in the whenever you are calling it the real time, just you are providing the path here, any kind of format, jpg, it can be the other format also, right? Primarily we used to do jpg, png, jpeg. These are the three format we generally use for capturing the screenshot. So that is the way. Here you have learned three important things. One is how to handle the frame, right? How to create an object coordinate for the actions class, and with the help of the drag and drop method how you can drag and drop the element, and also how you can capture the screenshot. You can create the reusable component, and after calling it, instead of hard coding value, with the help of the current millisecond format, right, how you can create the screenshot so that it will not be getting updated every time. Every time it will be creating the each instance, so that any point of reference you can just refer them based on your requirement. Then the third topic we'll be covering is how to handle the alert or pop-up, right? Okay, so sometime, right, whenever you are opening any page, you already see some sort of or maybe sometime if you want to delete something, right, so that you will be message will come that are you want to delete it, yes or no, right? So those kind of alert you cannot handle it, right? You cannot get any kind of element locator, maybe id expert, they will not work. So you need to either accept the alert or dismiss the alert. You accept means it will be click on the yes button, dismiss means it will be no button. Sometimes it is okay or cancel button. So you alert accept means okay, it can dismiss means cancel. Sometimes alert, right, you need to print the alert message. So there is an option called get text. Sometimes there will be alert there, sometimes when you need to add something. After that you need to click on the OK or cancel button. So these are the primary thing you need to handle it whenever any kind of alert is coming. So alert is a small message box which display on screen notification to give the user some kind of information or ask for permission to perform certain kind of operation. It may be also used for warning purpose. Alert in web page is Java properties but not the HTML properties. Hence, element for the alert cannot be recognized through element inspection. Okay, so that is the primary alert comes. Sometimes there will be no message, only some body and then yes or no button, right? We can dismiss the alert, right, which we can cancel the button, okay, or yes, it will be accepting. We can provide some string, right? We can also get the text of the alert. So this is the primary three things. Fourth thing we can do it. So there's an alert interface available in the Selenium WebDriver through which we can handle the alert. So let's comment out this code. So we'll go some other URL, driver dot get. So this is the URL where a lot of alert is available. Okay. So if you click here, right, you could see something is coming, only accept. Sorry, that is the OK button, means only accept it. This is the alert is coming, OK or cancel, or sometimes yes or no, right? You can accept or dismiss it. Sometimes this is the alert, right? You could see this is coming, right? Cancel button, you click. This is the alert where you need to give something, right? Edit, suppose say test, and if you click on cancel, so it will be cancel, null, right? Here if you give something test, and if you want to click on the button, sometime also you need to print out, right, that message. So this is the 4 operation you can do. Okay means you can see enter test, because that is getting entered in the alert interface. So you cannot inspect those things, right? So how can you do it? So let's first go to the element, right? Let's press F12 button. So that is the thing I need to first click it, right? So I need to inspect that one. Okay, so I'll be creating an XPath here for that. Okay, so I'll be creating the XPath here. It is starting with button and this is the text, right? So this is the text is coming, so I will be creating XPath for that one. So let's control F // button third bracket text equal to, yeah, you could see that is getting highlighted, right? So I'll be creating a web element here. So what is the error name? So error name is suppose say JS prompt, like, so I can give JS prompt PROMPT alert. equal to driver dot find element by xpath by dot xpath. What is the xpath? I have created already, right? So I am storing in some web element reference. Then what I can do, I can simply click on that, right? So that error message will come. Dot click. Now I need to handle the alert, because we cannot, for the alert message we cannot create the element identifier. We cannot have the element identifier, any kind of element we cannot have it. So how I will be handling the alert? So either accept or dismiss, right? So if I click here, I can, without entering anything, I can click on the accept or dismiss. So first let's try to get the alert message, whatever text, text is coming. So how can I do it? So driver dot, just like that frame, right? Switch to, so switch to dot alert, you could see alert. Then there is a method available called get text, right? You could see what is the type is string, it is coming from the alert interface. So I'll be storing in some string, right? Alert message, then I can print it out simply. This is the first thing. Then I can enter some value here. I can enter some value here, right? So how can I do it? So driver dot switch to dot alert dot send keys, method called send keys, through which I can send some value, right? So say test 1 2 3. Then you can accept the alert or dismiss the alert. In case you are dismissing, there is no point of entering any value, because you are clicking on the cancel button, so the value will not be entered, right? So driver dot switch to dot accept. So this is the three thing you can see here. Dot accept means it will accepting the alert, means you are clicking on the OK button after entering the value. Now let's try to run it, your code, and let's see how it is behaving. Open the page, it will click on that JS prompt option, it will handle the alert. Sorry, okay, xpath is not correct, sorry. So xpath will be, I did not give the correct xpath, so xpath will be that one, complete one, right? So I have given only that name. So xpath is not correct here, so that is the reason error message is coming. So no need to worry, any kind of thing is coming, right? You could see here the error message is coming, right? No such invalid selector, so the thing is not correctly appearing. Now if you work running it, so based on the selector that is not correct, right? It will try to find out the double and tag name xpath. The selector value is already, Selenium is enough intelligent to understand, right? You could see it is getting entered, and you could see here you enter test 1 to 3. And now if you go here, right, you could see that is the text is getting printed. Now if you want to keep more timeout, right, so say I need to wait for some time, thread dot sleep 3 seconds for every step, so that it will be waiting for 3-second time, and you could able to validate it because it is happening quickly. And you can also here wait for 3 seconds, then you can quit it, driver dot quit. every time. You can wait for 3 seconds. Yes, that's fine. Yeah. Now let's run and let's see. And if you want to just void it, there is no point of adding the value. Simply you can driver dot switch to dot alert dot dismiss, so that automatically click on the cancel button. It will be voided. You can see coming, right? You are able to enter the value, right? And you see this clicking on the OK button. You could see now also that thing is also getting printed out, whatever error, alert message was there, and it is entering that, right, text 123, and it is accepting the element, clicking on the OK button. So that is the way, right, you can handle the alert. So this is the three topics I have tried to cover. So divert.switch to frame is a there and alert is a there. So frame, you need to handle it in case any frame is there with the help of the tag name. Find elements, right, how many elements there with the help of the tag name, right, that iframe is available. Then first you need to handle the tag, right, with the help of that index or the tag name or the tag id or that web element reference. After that you can do any kind of operation. So here you already see, right, how with the help of the actions class we can do the drag and drop, and how you can capture the screenshot, because that is very very important, guys. Any point of time, always in the real-time framework also you'll be capturing the screenshot, right? So that is the reason, right? So you know better, right, how you can capture the screenshot. And definitely the screenshot name will be not giving any static, right, instead of the dynamic one, so that the old screenshot will not be replaced every time I can capture the screenshot. Okay. And in case any kind of alert or pop-up is coming, right, that is the way, because those are the kind of thing, right, we cannot inspect it. Not a single element locator will work there. So definitely we need to rely on the Selenium WebDriver interface, alert interface, from which like lot of important methods will come, right, accept, dismiss, get text, as well as the send keys, right, through which we can handle the alert. So any questions from these three topics as of now I have covered today? Guys, any questions? Are you able to understand, right, each and every topics? Yes, no?
Yeah, we are trying to. Yeah.
Okay, okay, cool. Okay, so just the code will be there provided, right, and go through the video and the document, because you need to do the practice, because day by day these topics will be more and more complex right, from the starting, from that simple to complex will be going it. Okay. Then the next important topics is headless browser testing. Why it is required? So headless browser means it will not open any browser, but it will do your operation, whatever operation you want to perform it. So sometime in some of the system, right, there will be no browser installed sometime, or sometime we need to do it in faster way. So in case we are not, from the UI level we are not able to see it, but it will do more faster. So that is the reason sometime we can do the headless browser testing. So performing test execution of the web applications without opening a browser is called headless browser testing. So it will just not open the browser from the UI level, but it will act all the step as required. Whatever way you have already scripted it, it will work accordingly. It will just do the output, will display the output in the console as well. The headless browser acts similar to a normal web browser. User have full control over the web page loaded into the headless browser. The only difference is user will not be able to see a graphical user interface or GUI. So user have no options other than using headless browser testing when user machine does not have a GUI. For instance, if the user want to run the test in the Unix machine, right? So Unix will not having any GUI. So we need to always rely on the headless browser testing. So it is recommended to use the headless browser when tests are executed in parallel, as user interface based browser consumes a lot of memory or resources. So headless browser can be used for server side performance testing too. Suppose in case you are opening the browser, it might take more time, but you want to do it faster. In case you are doing the with the headless browser testing, at least maybe 20-30% effort you can save it, right? But objective is not to verify the GUI live navigation, but your objective is to only, right, get the desired outcome, right? Whatever test case is passed or fail, you need get to know, and you need to certify your script. So anyone can run test cases using headless browser, then user will get the result just in a second. When tester have to run the test cases on remote machine or server which does not have any browser installed at all, but still user have to execute the test cases, then they can try with the headless browser. So this is the example of the headless browser. So as of now we are doing the testing in the Chrome. So we can also set the Chrome as the headless browser, but most important headless browser testing is HTML unit browser. Ghost, Phantom JS, right? Zombie JS, WebDriver, WebDriver, and Chrome and HTML. These are the kind of headless browser we can use it through which we can perform the headless browser testing. So HTML unit driver is the lightweight and fastest implementation headless browser for WebDriver. It is based on HTML unit. It is known as headless browser driver. It is same as Chrome, IE, Firefox driver, but it does not have any GUI. Some of the key features: it supports HTTPS, HTTP protocol, it supports HTML responses, support cookies, right? Proxy server support, excellent JavaScript support. It has the ability to customize the request header being sent to the server. It has the ability to determine whether failing responses from the server should throw exception or should be returned as pages appropriate type. So what you need to do, first you need to download the relevant jar file for the headless browser testing for that HTML unit driver. So just go to the Google, simply go to Google and type here, right, HTML unit driver jar download, right? So you can go here, that is the GitHub link for the driver, and here this is the latest version 4.7.0. so you need to click here, yes, okay, with dependencies.jar. Do not click other way, right? So this is the all the dependencies with jar file, you can download it. So 28.1 MB. So I downloaded and kept here, okay, you could see with dependencies jar file. So once you download it, you can go to your project in the Eclipse. You can select the project, you can right click, you can click on the properties, you can click on the add external jar, just the way whatever Selenium WebDriver standalone jar file added it, right? And you need to click here and you need to click that jar to the project. So it will be one time activated for the project level. Okay. So I'm commenting out this code. So instead of these two thing, this three step will not be required also. So what I will do, I will be creating the HTML unit driver, right? So here I'll be calling, I'll be creating a driver object for the HTML unit driver. How can I do it? So I need to always call the WebDriver interface driver, WebDriver driver equal to new, instead of that driver, right? Chrome driver or the Firefox driver, you need to use it HTML unit driver, HTML, sorry, unit driver, right? Now you need to import it, already imported that packages, right? Then now you can navigate to URL driver dot get, similar way, there is no difference now. So suppose say I want to go to the Google page, it will navigate, but you cannot see, right? Because that is the reason you cannot able to know whether it's happening or not. But you can, after navigating to the Google page, you can print out driver dot get current URL, right, and get title, right, get title. So then you can get to know whether it is working or not, right? So now you could see, you will not able to and show the navigation whether it's opening the page or not, and it can quit the browser, driver dot quit or close. But you will not able to see any kind of GUI level, but it will display the result. It will work same way, but it will not showing any GUI. You could see this is the URL happening, this is the title happening, but did you notice anything is happening in the UI level? No. So that is called headless browser testing with the help of HTML unit driver. Okay, now the Chrome driver also I can make it headless. So how can I do it? Sorry, I will uncomment this only. So let's comment out this code here. Comment it out also. Okay, so now this is the normal thing for HTML, sorry, I mean Chrome driver, right? New Chrome driver. Right. So first thing you need to do always set properties. So here instead of WebDriver new Chrome driver, we need to use Chrome options. So I'll be doing it here. Chrome option, CHROMEOP. If I press Chrome options, I will create a variable here. Options equal to new Chrome options. Okay. So then you need to use that one options dot set headless method available called set headless. Okay, so that it will be making headless, so it will not able to see the GUI, but it will throw the different thing. It will be true always. Okay, now here in WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver, and here into pass that option. So that is the only thing you need to do it to make it headless. Otherwise remaining step will still same. So it will not open the it will open the Google page, but you will not able to see it because it will not showcase, it will not open the GUI, but it will work in the right background and it will be displaying the relevant result. Now let's try to run it and let's see how, with the help of the Chrome browser as well, how can I do the headless browser testing. You could see Chrome browser started successfully, but it is not opening, but it will throw the result. You could see, right, result came here. So Chrome browser driver was started successfully, but it is not opening in the GUI level. So if you run again, same way, it will not open, but it will display the result. Right? So that is the way, right? Especially whenever we are talking about the headless browser testing, primarily HTML unit driver is the, because this is a lightweight driver available and it is very fastest way we can do the our execution. But apart from that, like I already mentioned, right, couple of driver available for headless browser testing called Ghost, Phantom Chase, Chrome. We can also show how to make it headless browser for the Chrome as well, right? Right, Zombie.js and OATR WebDriver. So headless browser means without, right, opening the browser, actually we can do the operations and definitely it will be working as per the expectation. And in case you want to print something, you want to do any operation, definitely that will be successful. Any failure, it will throw the error as well. you don't need to worry, but it will not open the GUI. So that is the concept of the headless browser testing. Then we will go to the next topics, which is the cookies. So I mean, it does not really require that Selenium only you need to handle the cookie, but you already know the cookies. So sometimes, right, in the mobile or in the kind of desktop, laptop, or maybe sometime TV also, right, you already notice if you search something, right, okay, in the YouTube, right, so that browser, that history will be there, right, so that definitely next time if you click on the search, so that all the search option will be displayed. So that is called cookies. So it is based on that algorithm, right, you can have able to store something in the browser as well. So it will vary from browser to browser. So in case you are doing some operation in the Chrome, but that will not sync with the I browser, the Firefox browser, right, it is browser specific. And cookies will be having some validity, right, maybe store can 6 months data or maybe maximum 100 cookies, like that. So it will depend based on the settings. So cookies are files stored in the local computer containing information submitted by the website visited by user. The information is stored in key value pair, right? In that last session you already see, right, the hash map, where you will be storing the key value pair. So key will be always unique, the value can be duplicate, and allows a particular website to customize its content as per the user. Every time user load the website, the browser send the cookie back to the server to notify the website of the user previous activity. So all the activity, if you open to the Facebook, if you just go to the home page, if you go to the kind of post something, right, if you go to some friends, so that all the thing, all the still be stored in the cookies. So cookies have a specific lifespan defined by their creator. At the end of this, a cookie becomes expired. So cookies often track information like how frequently the user visits, what are the time of visits, what banner they have clicked, what button they have clicked, what value they have entered. Not the value exactly, because that is case sensitive, right? User preferences, items in the shopping cart, right? All this stuff. This allows the site to present user with information customized to fit their need. Cookies are domain specific. A domain cannot read or write to a cookie created by another domain. This is done by the browser for security purposes. Cookies are browser specific, already mentioned, right? In case you are storing something in the Firefox, it will not similar to the Chrome, right? The cookies are browser specific, so a cookie created in one browser like Google Chrome will not be accessed by another browser like Firefox or the Internet Explorer. Some browsers limit the number of cookies stored by each domain, like maybe 20, 30, 100, 200, like that. If the limit is exist, the new cookies will replace the old cookies. Cookies are also case sensitive, right? Username and the uppercase and the lowercase will not the same, is different. So what are the operation we can do with the help of cookies in Selenium WebDriver? We can add cookies, right? So that it will be stored, right? So we'll be doing it with the Selenium script, not manually. So that is the reason sometimes we need to do it. Sometimes we need to generate that how many navigation user can perform, user already perform. So I want to know all the URL whatever user visited. Sometimes that is also required to validate, right, whether it's gone through correctly or not. That way it will print it out. Get cookies, get cookie by name, delete all cookies, and delete cookie by name. So let's see. So first, whenever in the real time, right, whenever we'll be doing an operation, first we need to delete all the cookies. Okay, so here, after opening the browser, after maximizing, before doing anything, you need to delete all the cookies in the real time as well. And we need to give some implicit time, right? So that implicit time means in case you are giving 30 seconds, so for every operation, right, it will wait for 30 seconds before throwing an error. Or 60 seconds means to wait for 60 seconds for any kind of problem, maximum by 60 seconds, right? So here you need to give called diver dot dot manage driver dot manage dot delete all cookies. You could see it is coming from the options, and it is return type is void, so it will just only do the operation, so it will delete all the cookie. And how can you add the cookie? So it will be cookie class, right? Say cookie 1 equal to new cookie. Here you need to give the key value pair. Suppose say I can give called something called Facebook, and here you need to give the domain. Okay, suppose say domain, what will be the domain key value pair? It will be string. So www dot com. So that is the way you can create the cookie. So you need to import the cookie class from the worthy.selenium, always do it. Then I need to add the cookies, so driver dot manage. So we are creating the cookie, then we need to add it to the browser. Dot add cookie 1. Similar way, if you want to create one more cookie, you can use two variable to cookie 2. So here you can give called rediff, right? www.rediff.com. So that is the way you can add the cookie in the browser. Now if you want to delete part already seen, right? If you want to print out the different part, right? So you can use so then driver dot manage dot get cookie name, right? And get cookies means all the cookies will be displayed with the get cookie name, with the name of name. You can give it, suppose say whatever cookie we have added, rediff, say rediff. If I want to get the details of the rediff cookies, so rediff cookies name, then dot get, right? You could see get domain, get name, get value, right? So I can get the domain, I can get the value dot value. So that is the way you can deal with the cookie. And delete part you already seen. You can add the cookie, you can delete the cookie, you can print the cookie details, right? You can get the cookie detail. You could see here get domain and get value. This is the domain because that is the domain we are logging it in the domain, right? And we are storing it. And value, this is the value we have given it. So that is the way you can get it, the cookies. And apart from that, suppose in case you want to print all the cookies stored, so a lot of cookie can be stored, right, in the page. So see how can I print it? So there is an option called driver.manage get cookies dot get cookies, all cookies, right? Get cookies. So you need to store in some set, interface. So here I'll be storing in some interface set, and this is the type will be already displayed, right? Cookie. And here I can give variable name called cookies, so that way I can store it. Now I can simply, I need to import the set in the Java util package. So I'll be using enhanced for loop for, right, return type is the cookie. So new variable, maybe I can give cookie 2 colon, this is the enhanced for loop, right? You already see in the last class. And here I again, if in case I want to create multiple details, I need to give bracket here. So okay, sorry, cookie 2 is already there, so cookie 3 I can give it so right, cookie 3 dot get name and get value. Get value. So automatically all the thing here I can delete all the cookie, even if you want to delete the cookie with the name, right, only. So there is a method called delete cookie by name, so you can give the name here with the double quote. On delete all cookie means all the cookies will be deleted. You could see the lot of cookies is coming here, whatever cookie has been stored, right? Reddit page, then Facebook, and these are the some other cookies stored by the system. That is the reason it is coming. So that is the way you can deal with the cookie. Sometimes it's really required, right, to print out what are the navigation you have did it, right, in case you want to remove everything, so that it will. Sometimes some cookies stored in the system, it creates lot of problem, right? Okay, so you already seen, right, sometime your page is not opening, something is not happening, so you need to remove all the history from the browser. So how you used to do it, right? So you can see here, you can press Ctrl H, right? You could able to see all the browser details, right? So that is the thing. Here you can select it and you can remove it, right? Remove from the history. Okay, so that is the trap from other devices. All the clear browsing history you can do it manually, but here it will be doing through the help of the Selenium script. So any questions guys from these two topic, headless browser testing? So you already seen, right, without opening the browser, without having the GUI, right, we can do the test, I mean execution based on our script we have designed. It will be more faster. So primarily HTML unit driver is used for the headless browser testing, which is a lightweight driver, and it will be more and more faster in case you are using that HTML unit driver. Apart from that HTML unit, right, in case you want to do the Chrome, so you can make it headless also. So you need to use Chrome options and you can use set headless. That's right, the two. Right. Apart from that, Zombie.js, Waiter WebDriver, Ghost, Phantom.js can be used for the headless browser testing. And cookies are nothing but like in case you are surfing something in the internet or in the browser, right, that will be stored in the relevant browser history, even the relevant application, right? So right, sometime you need to print out that whatever thing is already thing, right, navigated. Sometime you need to remove it so that it will not create any unnecessary problem to your system. So cookies you can add it, right, you can get all the list of cookies with the help of the cookies name also you can get it, get value, different domain, all this stuff. You can delete all the cookie or you can delete cookie through names. So that is the important methods available for the cookie. So any questions guys? Okay, then the last two topics I'll be covering, which is very interesting one. So in the last session I was telling, right, suppose say in case you are identifying the any element, maybe through ID, name or class name, or maybe the XPath or CSS, all this stuff, right? Sometime maybe one thing is not working properly or got changed, so your script will get fail. So there is a provision in Selenium that instead of one thing, right, you can do multiple locator at the same time, add multiple locator at the same time, so that there will be very less chances of failing it, right? Okay, so ByAll is an extra special locator in Selenium WebDriver which helps user to find the element based on the given locators. Locator could be any other type like ID, name, link text, partial link text, XPath, CSS or the class name. So ByAll locator tries to find the element using the first locator. If the element is not present, then it wait for the given implicit time, wait time. Once it reaches the maximum wait time, and if there is no element, then ByAll method tries to find the element using the second locator, third, fourth, like that. So until all the locator is matching, right, then it will try to match one by one, otherwise it will throw the error. Okay. So whenever you are working with that, let's try to go some page, say Facebook page, driver dot get. So say Facebook page, I want to go here. So before that I need to give some implicit timeout, so that it will wait maximum that time until anything is not matching. So how can I give it implicit timeout? So driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicit wait, right? There is a method available. So here you need to give the argument and the time unit. So argument is I want to wait for 30 seconds for every step, right? Here you can give the time unit, time unit dot seconds, so 30 seconds. So that is the way you can deal with the implicit time, right? Now, so say I want to add something in the email field, so I can press F12 button, I can get all the properties here, right? You could see ID is there, right? Name is there, right? So I can also create some XPath as well. Okay, let's try to find out with these two element, ID and email, ID and name. So instead of one, I will be identifying the element with it, the multiply thing. So how can I do it? Driver, sorry, dot find element, here instead of by dot xpath, I will be using new ByAll, and here I will be defining, right, by dot name. So what is the name? Is email, right? And then by dot name, and here I can keep by all by dot name, again say by dot id, right, like that, so that in case one thing is getting failed, other thing it will try to work. Dot send keys. So by all dot send keys, some bracket we are missing it. Driver dot find element, new by all, here by dot class name, comma, and no need to give that bracket, dot send keys. Yes, here suppose I want to give, right? So now let's try to run it. So definitely that script will run, because IDs email or name email both are correct. You will enter the value, you could see. Now say first was incorrect, email 1, whether it will work. So what it will do, it will wait for 3 seconds, not throwing any error. It will try first check with the name, after that it will go to that one. So in similar way you can give multiple locator here, one by one. So in case it is not working based on the timeout you are giving, right, it will wait for that, it will go for the second, third, fourth, and after all the thing is matching, then only it will throw the error. Otherwise, in case first is not working, second is matching, it will work. So that is the beauty, right? Multiple things we can add at the same time. Instead of XPath or ID, we can do it multiple ways. So you could see. So email ID name will not work, but ID will work. So it will wait for 3 seconds, and with the help of the ID, it will work. So you could see it is not doing. So it will wait for 3 seconds, 30 seconds, sorry, 30 seconds, whatever time I want to be given. After that, it will go for the second parameter, second locator, and then it will enter the value. So it's waiting till. So once 30 seconds is elapsed, it will control go to the next element locator, and then it will try to enter the value in case it is matching. Yeah, so you could see. So that is the beauty of that element locator, ByAll. So instead of only one, without with relying only one element, so you can give it. In case it is not matching also, then it will throw the error, right? Now, so it will wait for 30 plus 30 second. Maybe you can reduce it to 20 second, so that it will wait for 20 second here and again 20 second. After that, it will throw error. In case you are giving 5 6 element locator, it will go like that. Okay, so in case something is not matching, something might change, right? So that other thing might work, so that your script will not be failed. So 20 seconds for the first one, 20 seconds for the second one, 40 seconds, then it will throw the error until nothing is matching. So that is the concept of, right, ByAll element locator. So here you can include multiple element locator techniques and corresponding value, instead of relying on one element like ID, name, class name, XPath, CSS, like that. So once so 40 seconds is passed, then only it will throw the error. Right, you could see here. Then yeah, so no such element exception, because nothing is matching only. So that is the way you can apply that find all locator. The next one will be the last topics will be how to select an option from the auto suggested drop down. That is sometimes really important. Sometimes you need to select the value from the auto suggested drop down, right? So say here, especially for the search box, right? Suppose say here, if you type Selenium, right? So you could see these are the options is throwing, right? Selenium, HTML driver, Selenium, HTML driver, download, jar, download, download. But the sequence also not same all time. Whatever will be selected, that will be always coming first, right? Sometimes it can vary. Sometimes the drop down list can vary. Sometimes some sequence will also change, right? Suppose say now if I am selecting Selenium testing, so it will be coming first. Now if you type again Selenium, right? So Selenium testing will be coming first, right? So okay, Selenium testing, yeah, you need to open new page here, Google. Yeah, you could see Selenium testing is coming first. So sequences always change, and how from that one, how can you select any drop down value from the auto search drop down, whatever is coming? Suppose say here, if I type here, suppose say Haradhan A, right? So, but I need to select Haradhan automation library. Now if I select here Haradhan on like ByAll, that one, so this will come first next time if you open the page. But I need to select always that one, right? So how can you selecting that option from the auto safety drop down, right? So I need to select other than automation library. Now I don't want to select anything. Now how can you get to know that from that relevant suggestion how many options also there? So that is the part, right, we'll be discussing here, and you'll be getting to know how can we handle it, right? So while user navigates to any software website with search box, and that search box show auto suggest list when user types some word inside it. Simplest example of Ajax auto suggest drop down list is Google search suggestion. When user will type something inside, it will show them a list of suggestion from where option can be selected based on the user need. So XPath pattern would be same for all Ajax auto suggest drop down list item. User need to use for loop to feed that changing values to XPath of drop down list different items. Other one thing user need to consider is user don't know how many item it will show in the Ajax drop down. Some keywords show user 2 items, some like 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. So let's see first how many item is present there. Okay, suppose say I need to add something here, so I need to inspect first that button, that key thing, right? Search box. So you could see search box name is q, so that is the way I can go here in the script, right? So I'll be instead of Facebook page, so I need to change with Google. Then I need to driver dot find element by dot name. So name was q, with which I want to add some value, dot send key. So what is send key? A. So that thing I want to enter. So after entering, we need to give some time, right? So thread dot sleep I need to use for 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Otherwise, all the options will not be displayed. So that will try to create some problem. So that is the reason always give some thread, maybe 2 seconds or 3 seconds, so that all the field will be displayed, all the drop down will be displayed correctly. Otherwise, it might create some problem, right? Then you need to get the XPath of this any element. So how can you do it? So this is the thing you need to highlight, and you need to create the XPath. So this is coming from the parent class. So this is the parent class, right? This is the parent class. You could see this is the child class. So with the help of the class, I can create XPath. What is the type? Is div. Control F // div, then third bracket at the rate class equal to, okay, you could see from the parent class, right? If you type press here, all the option is having the same XPath. So how many option is being displayed? 11. So do you want to know print out that how many option is displayed with Selenium script? You can do it. So this is the XPath. So I need to get the how many element is there. Driver dot find elements, right, by dot XPath. So you need to store it some list here, right? So it will be list of wave element. So list wave element, and I can create a variable here. So options. So what is the error? I need to import list from the Java util package. Then I can get the size and print it. So ISO options dot size, right? It's in integer. Now you can see it will be showing as 11. Whatever is manually able to see, it will also throw the same way by the system as well. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it is 11, right? Now whatever thing you want to print it out, right? So you can also print it out. So you need to use the for loop for integer I equal to 0, I less than options size I plus plus. Here I can give some if loop. So that is the thing already you've seen. If options dot get of I dot get text text dot equal ignore case. I want to check Haradhan. In case it is matching, right, then what I need to do, oh sorry, one sec, what is happening? Haradhan automation library. Then I need to click here, option dot get y dot click, and I want to break out the loop. So now see whether it's working, whether based on the suggestions 11 suggestion will come, and based on the text match, right, I want to select rather than automation library, so whether it's working or not. So now based on this, if you enter something in the text box, so all the relevant suggestion will come, and based on the suggestion, if you want to select something right through your code, you can do it also. You could see now it will selecting rather than automation library, and it's going to that page, right. So that is the way, especially from the search box, right, you can enter some value, so that every time that based on the latest selection, right, it will be kind of order priority, everything will change, also suggestion might get changed, get added, removed, right, can be reduced or increased like that. But still you want to select something from the auto suggested drop down, you can do it. So that was the last two topics from today's, like what is the right ByAll locator. So in case you want to give multiple element locator and along with the corresponding value, so that you can do it with the help of the ByAll, so that in case something is not matching, right, it will go for the second, third, so on. In case nothing is matching, then it will be throwing the no such element exception. And here with last topics, right, covered in case any drop down, especially for that auto suggestive text box is there, and if you enter something, it will be giving you a lot of suggestion. And if you want to print out how many suggestions is throwing, or if you want to select anything, right, based on the your user need, you can also do the setting. Click on that from the top down. So that's all from today's session. Thank you.